It's a clear demonstration of a judiciary that is independent and that is capable of making impartial judgment. Now, one of the things that we must need to consider very quickly is the pattern of constitutional violation on the part of the Boakas administration. This is not the first time for the Boakas administration to violate the law. And so what we see is a pattern. When the court ruled against the Boakas administration regarding 10 new officers, Boakas skirt around the law and he found a way out. In reckless disregard to our supreme law, today the Supreme Court passed a damning indictment against not just the majority bloc, but the Boakas administration. The Boakas administration or President Boakas himself is complicit in the violations carried out.
When they give a room, you got the picture of President Weah, you got a bullet point up, like a target. If you want to target somebody, put a person picture and put a target that you don't shoot the person. You know me, again, I'm just telling you his mental state.
They could rule in favor of the Constitution and the Republic of Liberia. That is a very key issue, and as an elderly statesman, I always look at things on a global level, particularly when it comes to the national issues. They did not rule in favor of any particular individual or group. They have finally ruled in favor of the laws of Liberia. And I hope that the president, the executive branch of government, and the three branches of government, including the judicial branch, they take a cue from this, that the law is the law. We must learn to abide by the laws of the country. We cannot have a national leader, because we are given this advice long ago to the president, to stay away from this issue and to let the national legislature address the issue, and he serve as a father to break a tie or to try to compromise the issue to make sure that we move forward. He delayed and dragged his feet all the way until now we had a national crisis. And we blame the judiciary also, because if they had made this ruling 3 months ago, the Capitol building would have not been burned. That is a terrible legacy for the three branches of government under the Unity Party leadership, that the Capitol building of the Republic of Liberia was done as a consequence of negligence, as a consequence of personal interest and self-interest between and amongst the national leaders of our country. It is very important that I will note this, and posterity will judge them very unkindly for this unwholesome act. Both the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive branch of government. That's the point I want to stress here today, because this is very important. Liberians should learn, and our national leaders, particularly the president, Mr. President, I'm talking to him directly. He's supposed to learn that the country is paramount. The interest of the national interest is paramount. And instead of looking at individual or group or party interests, he and all other leaders of our country should look at the national interest as a priority. Failure on their part to do that has led us to where we are today. We have an illegal budget that we're operating on. We have an illegal speaker parading the corridors of politics nationally and internationally. We have the president conducting and leading an illegal speaker to his colleagues in the sub-region. He should be ashamed and embarrassed that the Supreme Court have made this ruling, because he is supposed to know better. Our national leaders are supposed to know better that they were moving on the wrong trajectory and against the national interest of the country. And it's a very bad precedent that they have set up, and it's a very negative legacy for them.
In the Republic who vows to respect all laws has decided to play politics with a constitutional mandate. The truth is, this constitutional mandate is not a debatable mandate. President Boakas, you must follow the mandate from the Supreme Court. There is a very clear difference here. Either as a nation we agree to follow a path of chaos, because once you do not go by the rule of law, then you are calling for chaos. We either do chaos or we do calm, where our country is able to move forward, where the hopes and aspirations of our people will be met, where the dignity that carries the name Liberia across the nations of the world will no longer be looked at as a pariah. This is the choice we have today. And that particular choice is led by the president of the Republic of Liberia. He can decide whether he wants a calm country so that he can fulfill the rescue agenda. I believe it's just a story as I've been saying, or you can open a Pandora's box that will lead us to a place where we know what
The personal fight for me, I don't see it as that. You are fighting the students, you are fighting the elderly people in Bon County. That is not going to stop me. So I am appealing to them to expel me. Possible. Somebody will testify that yes, Honorable Code for making a trainer, we got 2.5 million. I did not amass wealth for myself to go build college for myself, to go build high school for myself, to go do police individuals. What is it? What are they going to tell us? Is this the rescue that we're talking about? When ministers were built and cover up to take them to one corner to pass surreptitiously a criminal, but why you see, because the government. That's why you see the kind of thing. I'm hoping, I don't mean to attack you, but PCTC, if they don't give you money, you threaten. You're taking people from your radio station and signing them to CB Dumba. If they don't accept it, you threaten them. Now, because Honorable Marvin Cole came and donated drugs there, you force the medical director to resign. But you are saying to all, you are not, what have you done for the people of Pound? So, I mean, that's why I'm not worried about those people who talk about 2029. What I am telling you, you need to stand up. If you don't stand up, the people meant to destroy you, the men to kill you. How they're going to kill the old people so dark and so deceptive. There's nothing going to happen. Every leader in this country, let me just tell you some of the things. And I will display just our.
You're talking about a specific leader being behind, like destroying all the leaders.
The president. But you know my disappointment, including every one of us here. We know this country, but when they come here, people celebrate them. And I will speak specifically to the pastors. You know, when I heard that they were trying to honor somebody as Godfather, list the characteristics. It's not the place of the pastor. The pulpit is the place. Stand there and preach the message. Don't get involved in politics. Don't let a politician can use him on a ground and give you chicken cheese and tell you honor me as Godfather. You're going to desecrate yourself. You're going to abuse that have been sued in the legislature. If we are not careful, people will go after Israel. The people from the majority and the minority, there are times that couldn't see Israel, they don't even speak.
You are our own president. We want to respect you. We want to keep you elevated at that level. But if you try to come here and stand up over to force our foot over him, believe me, you will march to war and war. You don't want to do that. That's not our portion. Stay out of this election. Stay out. This is not about you. There is a wrong notion that it might not become senator. How does that have any impact on the Bible? How? It doesn't. Whether Coca wins or not, there has no impact on you. You're not supposed to. Whoever is advising you to be Coca campaign manager, stop it. You can't
you still have the opportunity to go back to address the nation again, to wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia in accordance with Article 65 of the Liberian Constitution. You still have that opportunity. So while you are getting ready to do that address, we are calling on our people in the trenches, in the communities all around the country to begin to organize, to mobilize. On Tuesday, you'll be hearing from the people. We call on Speaker James Kofa to stand his ground. We need standing, Speaker Kofa. You are supported by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. This fight is not about Speaker Kofa as an individual. No. This fight is about preserving the democracy that we have fought for. This fight is not solely about the House of Representatives. This fight is about the very future of the country. This fight is a fight. We hundreds of thousands of our compatriots have died from 1979 to 1980, from 1985 to 1990, from 1990 to 1996, from 1990 to 2000, 2003. And we can assure President Boakai and his team that you have got the Liberian people to contend with. So we are calling on you here now to begin to mobilize, organize, put together your water bottles, put together your sachets of water, and get ready to confront the tyranny that is emerging in President Baka.
Police for 20 years, they have used Tuesday remaining 18. Charge to the $100 18. They use two today on the noon to the third. They use two tear gas on 2 million with no impact. Get ready for us for Monday. Monday, there will be a compassion political professional in the politics. End of the problem like this. Monday will make sure there will be a total and standstill of all political administrative activities in the popular like this. We will start violating like this. We will start violating the masses. Now, I'm your police. That's the never take one. And first course never take one. But the Congo.
Okay, let me say hats up to all of you wherever you are. And of course, we have made it a tradition that the moment we hit 300 students in class, then we can start our class. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So if you want me to start sooner, then that's what it is. But remember now, we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. When I tell you, say, you'll come to class soon, you'll come to class soon, you'll come to class soon, we'll start class soon. Because the idea is we should be able to work together for the good of our country. Hats up to you, my ever-potent class prefect in Matida students. And I'm seeing a lot of people. And Anthony Moses, what's up? Oh, you in Accra? Oh, okay. Anthony, how's everything with you, my brother? Yeah, we're doing so great. And Sata and Miller as well. And my own man, Alexander Johnson, and Russian. Yeah, he's also in Accra going through some fitness training. We have Gladys Boy, and also online here with us, Philip Tupper. This here with us, Moses Lake. We are grateful to the Almighty. Medicine, how's up? How's everything with you? I hope you're doing so great. It's good that we are all back together again. Mata, indomitable. Hats up to all of you. And we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. And we are certainly getting there. And we will. Nothing can stop us from getting there. And we will get a Rubin Khan. Hats up. How you guys doing? And I hope you guys doing so great. Fantastic. And that is very much good. You don't give up. You have to keep the fight, like some of us we are already. I know you would think that we get extra strength from somewhere to do what we're doing. No, it's not extra strength. It's the motivation comes from the fact that we love our country. And every time I'm on Facebook and I'm trying to update some things on Facebook, the guys can see like I'm angry. But you don't know the difference between mockery when somebody is making mockery out of you and that of the person angry. So let's take for instance, you doing something, and I'm not saying nothing about you, but I'm playing fun out of you. And the fun part is that I am feeling more revived for the fact that you're giving me something to cheer about. And every time you are making me to feel good, I'm looking for something to laugh about, something to throw at you, and then you're giving me that. And I go on Facebook, I express that, and you say I'm angry. How can I be angry? Look at some of the things that unfold in the country. You think that some government they go also. So when I get ready, they just jump there and jump there to them. So in essence, I am happy from within, which of course is therapeutic. It's a therapy by itself. Happiness, joy. You just get in. So you get a little pressure all of the time. Then the person you are playing the mockery out of, they don't want getting vexed. So the angle is reversed. So instead of me getting vexed, when you play a joke or fun there and put it on Facebook, then you come on a person. You vex. I'm not vexed. I'm making mockery out of you. So you see, that's what they don't understand. So I will continue to make mockery out of you for the next 4 years. Complete mockery out of you people, because you are going to be a total disgrace and calamity to yourself. I don't care what you do. Everything else you're doing. For every time you think you're correcting one thing, you're creating more wrongs. In fact, the more you're destroying it. The moment you come to your senses, say you want to correct something, then you're spoiling it. I was at the court today. Let me say that be passing around, you get and let me going from court to court. I do my little small thing now. I don't get time for you. I'm a courtroom lawyer, and I'm thinking that somebody who sit in office, what they call passing around, who they are looking for my little thing. But let me tell you something. You'll learn this today in our students as we are getting there, and which of course is God. And God is above all. And I always like to tell you people what really life is all about. And it's good that you know these things. Identify when one is making mockery out of you, And I know also when one is angry at something, right? Yeah. So the only thing we can do to these people is to play fun out of them. Mhm. Yeah. So we'll continue to play fun out of them. And we're making mockery out of them. So what they are doing, we are making mockery out of it, right? The day the anger comes, the anger is coming from the perspective of action. Because every time you see people angry and then they are keeping things from within, one day they just explode the action you will see. So that's what we are looking at, and I can see it happening soon. So today I was at a court. I'm telling you, we want to report against you because you're very much reckless and useless going in the country. Whole day you won't be targeting people. I'm telling you, we're going to go. I can go in a court for that matter. And I so somebody told me, say, oh, maybe, yeah, one of my guys, I think I Winston. Yeah, Winston. Winston said, oh, the police people parading all in the street. I said, well, I like it. Eh? Well, the people parading all in the street, they are only telling investors that the country not safe. Eh? Anytime you see small hostilities all over the place, and it's on social media, then you see them bluffing when they passing you. They're a good thing they're doing. You. They just think a good thing they're doing, you. Right? They just think a good thing they're doing. So you are trying to, every time you do these things, you try to inform investors. And then try to discourage them the more and try to make them to lose interest in your country. Because they say that country not safe. Then you see the people in the street. And so let's say, for instance, somebody was convincing an investor. Then the man grab the video and company and say, oh man, you told me that things are stable in Nigeria. How can I see police all in the street? You see them marching in readiness for battle. You see all those things. How can I? Oh man, you don't know. I just say I got a race to go to that country. And more all the men are there is very old. He's not in charge. They look at all of that. They say the old men are down there. You don't think have good logical reasoning. He's very poor in thinking. In fact, the guy is very useless to really come up to understand it. So why am I going to put my money inside there? I can't put my money in there. So all the things that we doing and enjoying the university, the students, they are coming up making your business all of the time. So now you get ready for your kind of stream when you see your baton and passing, oh, well, then we capture a boom. Fire it goes straight. They don't want to look at it and say, the kind of country will go to where every small thing, all the small things that are going on. You see, that is what we call instability. When a country is not stable, that's what happens. Why you go in country like America or so forth, they don't look. The police presence itself can be intimidating. You know when you see police somewhere, if you are passing by, you just saw police everywhere in the street. You start wondering, is it okay here today? The first thing that runs to mind is insecurity. I mean, police is trying to enforce security because there's an insecurity, there's a threat. That's when you see them around like that, right? So that's how they will always do it. So, and I think with God, all things are possible. But again, we are getting there, and we will certainly get there. Whether you're like it or not, I like you people. We are fun people. So we are getting there. And this is up to all of you and welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't hesitate, or rather we tear them apart. And in most instances, when tearing them apart, we just tell them sorry. And many of you are mistaking it for maybe regret of actions. No, we don't regret our actions. We are just telling you sorry. We don't regret our actions. So we are grateful to the Almighty God. And we are right here sharing with you what we can. And wherever you are, you can join us tonight. I will share with you a video and I will give you a wake-up call. That video will give you a wake-up call. But first of all, let me try to inform you that you can play a cash giveaway tonight. *7 and *2 for hash. It's 4,000 we have to give and out there to you. Star 7 and star 2 for us. You can play that tonight, and so we'll certainly get there. So let's set the ground rule. There is another opportunity that you can make use of to get visa, TV, and travel tickets. No, not visa, but of course travel tickets, TVs, motorbikes. And so for this one is going to be at your hand. So you get a scratch card, you scratch it, whatever you get there is for you, right? So you're going to get it. So $1 or $2 Liberty. That's why you can buy the other one, the Liberty. So you can get it from where? So for the Liberty Fortune scratch card, you can go to LR and Sons boots. The LR and Sons boots, they have it. You can go there and get it. Go and try it. You will see it. You have dynamic boots. Dynamic boots also, you can see that there. You have floor center stores where you can go buy your goods and things. You have floor center stores, you will see that scratch card there. Say I'm looking for Liberty Fortune scratch card. You can go to Jungle Water stores also. Yeah, you will see that. Yeah, I think yeah, the organization has the Liberty Fortune scratch win card. They have a T-shirt and their local vendors are out there. You can see that, so you can grab a card today and for all of the vendors and collect your prices for the BNB. The BNB booths that you can see, that's also money. You can go collect your prices there. So now what it costs you go to the BNB booth, you'll be able to get your prices from there. So you can scratch it, and of course you win travel tickets. Yeah, those are all opportunities. But you can win as far as up to 10,000 United States dollars. Is there as well. And for those of you who will scratch for the first time and you don't win, you don't have to throw that card away. There are information that will be on the card. You got to take information. There's a number on the card. You take that number, you call it, then it will put you in a WhatsApp group for a draw to be held on Saturday. So it's like your own win is in your own hands. So you can your own luck. That one part is in your own hands. So you can now buy it and then you play right there instantly. Whatever you get there, then you go. So it's easy. That one you can just go to these locations I just talked about. So for more information, you can call 088 788 7000. No, WhatsApp. You gotta use a WhatsApp. Yeah, 088 788 700. That's just WhatsApp them and get information on where can I get this, where can I do this, blah blah blah. Very good. Somebody will respond to you. 088 788 700. 088 788 7000. So it's 088 788 7000. So you can get it. Yeah, WhatsApp them. I'm saying go to WhatsApp and WhatsApp them. Where can I get this? And so those are the information you can go out there and get. Yeah, it's good for you. So we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things and are possible. All right, here we go. So, I hope I'm good. Yeah, I hope I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Emmanuel Gobe is saying that the sound quality. Yeah, please try to tell me what's the sound quality out there. Emmanuel Gobe and other students as well. Clarity. And please check the sound. People are still telling me to check the sound. Is it online that has the sound problem or offline as well? Let me check on some of my offline students as well to know whether we have it right. Sorry. Are we good? No, I don't think we are good. No, good. Yeah. And so Sarah Joy Magay, who's a sound technician as well, a radio personality, and a sound guy, he is telling me that the sound is great. So I think all of you should fall in line. I'm a sound technician, and he's also online the way you people are online. So you got to check your own online radio tape, Bluetooth. Yeah? And so I think. And Nancy Jordan is telling me that the sound is good. Nancy, thank you so much. Powerful, industrious, powerful man. That's everything. And I say, fire for fire. People that Nancy there, you get it check there, or these are people that don't talk to they can put fire in something. So you see that they can operate. Have you already seen some of these people who are very passionate about Liberia before? Oh, you see, yeah. So Justice Gada is telling me that the radio upline is very much excellent. So the rest of you, this reflection report is also no. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Doris as well just going in to give her own reception report. Hmm? Let me say hands up to all of you. I know there are a lot of information out there, and you people are more interested in hearing what it is about. I want to say thanks for always trusting. When people sit down, we have always told them that all of us, politics is the game that all of us is involved in because they affect all of us, right? And the only reason why certain people will now have to express this to their own political opinions on issues is because of the kind of job they do. So they are restricted. The security sector. The security sector is going to be apolitical because they are for anybody. The health sector will be apolitical because they can attend to anybody. Once they start being more aligned into politics and going deep into it, it will affect the patients as well. So you got to be very much careful with that. Teachers can do it, it doesn't matter. But again, it can affect the grading system. Some of the teachers can even carry the grading system, but the issue about the teachers for which they can do it and it can be easily detectable is that if a teacher gave a lesson, if a teacher is affected me by the grading system because of my political alignment, it can be easily detected. Hmm? Because the judgment of that teacher is something that is very expressive, right? So let's say, for instance, the teacher gave us notes and asking questions along those same lines along the notes. And I decided to answer the questions accordingly. And the teacher decided to tell me, I'm able to challenge him. I able to say, but Chief, you told me, say, that from here to Broad Street at 35 minutes. And you ask us questions, say, how long it will take you from here to Broad Street at 35 minutes. And you decided to pay me. Why are you paying me? So you know that teacher is paying you, right? Unlike the medical practitioner who will have to be judgmental and their issues about 7 years about science. So they may choose to ignore some things. You may not know it. Technically, you may not know it. But I'm able to challenge my teacher if he grades me in a way that it doesn't call for. I will know that the teacher just want to get an email at me. That's from a political alignment or because of political belief, but not the medical person. So let's take security as well. Right? The security man as well. Equally so the same thing. The same thing. The security man, judgments and things. Those are things that are from within. And it's a technical science that they have to deal with. So the developer, you don't know whether or not the situation was very deliberate in his action or simple. For the teacher to be deliberate, I will know. It's easier for me to know that the teacher is deliberate. So the teacher, like, if you want me for the teacher, any kind of way you want to go to his business. I can be a student, a clever student. The only thing I will not do, you can be dull and you be frisky. Dull people not supposed to be frisky. When you be clever, then you be what you call that, is it? Because you're able to get it more and you must be able to get it back. That's what it is. Yeah. So I think with that, we are, we are, so I think with God, all things are possible and we'll certainly get there. Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let us go on tonight. We can just say some of these things so that you will know exactly why we say what we say. But some of us, we don't just condemn people without telling you why. Yeah. We don't just condemn people. And Vincent Dazi is telling me that the offline is great, and I'm seeing that as well. But the offline is good. So how can the online I say what it called? And most students are telling me, okay, I'll leave that. You just try to go off and come back inside again. Hmm? You go off, you come back inside again. I think it will be able to help us. Right? You go off, you come back inside. So that we can see what it is. Some red lines. Okay. Some red lines. These are not supposed to be seen. Okay, I'll check it. God, all things are possible. So let us get on to this. Let me share with you something. Right? There's sound now. You don't worry. I did it so that you all know whether there's sound or not. Yeah. So this is what it is. Uh, all right. Let me see. What do we do? There's a sound issue I'm still working on. Not anything else with the sound. I hope the sound is okay. The sound is on now. I cut it off because I wanted for you people to do something. So it's on now. You don't worry. We are getting there. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Let's start. Folks, let me give you some updates. The problem, there is an emerging problem, anticipated problem, or obvious problem that's unfolding in Lima County. And I can tell you that squarely. Right? I can tell you that squarely. That there is a problem in Lima County. Unfolding there. So most often you will not understand some of the issues unfolding, but we can tell you heads up on what's unfolding currently. You know the election has ended. Samuel Koga is declared the winner as per the NEC results. Edith Congo were had already considered and sent out congratulations messages. And what we said were the obvious interest within the election is coming up. We told you that Jeremiah Kuhn was not into that election because he loved Koga. And Koga, on the other hand, was not into that election because he appreciates Jeremiah Kuhn. But he will look for any support from anywhere. It doesn't matter who's in it for what. You can be in something for your own purpose, the different, my own purpose, the idea is other us when we achieve it, you go your way, I go my way. But in the end, after we should have achieved it, at the time we can start to clash, because that time now, everything we try to narrow it down, then clashes start coming in now. You will now know that we're not friends. That's the thing you are seeing with the Unity Party, Stanton Waterspoon, the Unity Party, Amara Corner, the Unity Party. So everyone else was just fighting. So nobody could say, oh yeah, I want support, let's go. But the moment we finish jumping there now, everybody finish getting what they want to get now. I decide now what I want to do with what I was there for. You want to stay be stepping down there and say, no. Yeah, we all were fighting for all to reach at the level. Everyone all were putting our heads together to say, we don't want George we are. So George, we are not there now. My own, your own thing stop there. Your own mission stop there. I the one now running the course. I the one in charge now. You can't let you stay control me. You can't let you stay involved with me. Or you can be, no, it can't work like that. That's what Joseph Boakai had told Stanton Waterspoon, Amara Corner, the rest of the other people. I got John Bolu, the rest of the other people. That's what he told them. That this is what it is. I'm done. I'm now in charge. You can't do any further. Everyone all have one target. Whatever you came from where or whatever it is, George Weah was our target. We never wanted George Weah. George Weah is gone. Now you see their individual interests now begin to clash. So the general interest was why George Weah should go. But there were individual interests that they had, hidden within. Those were hidden things that they had, that they thought could still suffice beyond the removal of Weah. And those things cannot go beyond that. It cannot go beyond the election. When the election is over, it is over. So I get my interest. Joseph Boakai knew how he's going to run a country or whatever it is. You people have your own interest, how you thought you could help Joseph Boga to run the country. Joseph Boga get his own way that he think he will run the country. So because the way Joseph, so now how you see people will start falling apart. And that's what's happening now. That is exactly what's happening now. So in Nima County, similar thing happened. We knew that Jeremiah Kun had no relationship with Koga. No. Jeremiah Kun was going there to prove his strength to the United Party folks that with or without Prince Johnson, I have what it takes, the political capital that is needed for any future election. I have it and I am now in charge. That's what Kun went there for. Now, Kun could not have gone for the godfathership because already it was lingering around that Kun contributed to the death of Senator Prince Johnson. That noise was already in the county. And going for godfathership, he will receive a slap in the face. So as a result of that, he put a Koga jacket. Koga, they didn't want to call. He saw Koga, the way Koga was doing. Because if Kun was going to clash with Koga for that godfathership, Koga was coming to attack Jeremiah Kun and tell him that you kill Senator Prince Johnson. So the way he saw Koga taking all the whole body, doing all those things here and there, so he just let Koga to slap because he never wanted to fight two battles. Now, Koga said slap. Koga is now the face of the county as per the godfathership because he's the face. Jeremiah Kun is not the face. So the way Jeremiah Kun used to respect Prince Johnson as being the godfather of the county and the face of the county is the same thing that Koga is demanding. But Kun was going into that on the basis of thinking that he is going to give title to Koga and why he Kun reserves the honor. There's a difference between title and honor. Like you see your honorable that you can have here, they get title, representative, but they are not honorable. Nobody giving them honor. Nobody giving them respect. Like Joseph Boakai, he's president, he's title. But the honor of becoming a president is given to Wia. Because it is weird that people see presidency in. They don't see it in Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai has title. He doesn't have honor. He's not being honored by people. Everywhere he goes there, he's being dishonored. So there's a difference between honor and that of the title. But every title goes with honor. Very good. But now all honors have a title. George Weah does not have the presidential title, but he has the honor. Right? So all Jeremiah Kun was, okay, let him go. Let him be. But the idea, who has the power? Who has the influence? Who has the structure? Who has everything? I have it. So they went into the election. Right? Koga couldn't complain. Koga couldn't say anything else. After the election, Koga, I think you have noticed it, right? After the election, Koga went quiet. It was not that he didn't know that he was winning. Koga went quiet because the way things were playing out, it did not represent who really truly he is as a godfather. Instead of people congratulating Koga and getting Koga photo all over the place, they started saying a new sheriff is in town. And who is that new sheriff they're talking about? Jeremiah Kun. It takes away from Koga. Koga is not happy about that. Koga does not want that. Koga does not want to see Jeremiah Kun looking at himself as saying that he the one made me. He the one made me. Passing around. You think Koga happy about that? No. Then the latest information. Koga's replacement. Koga wants to succeed himself. Now, Koga had some commitment to some young folks who had always been supportive of him. Even during the by-election to replace Jeremiah Kun, when Koga was contesting, there is a guy whom Jeremiah Kun sent abroad to school, but the guy had always been supportive of Koga in the district, and he's from the district. Then Jeremiah Kun said the guy will move from beyond Koga and then support Nyan Toyin. The guy said, no, I'm very consistent. I can't be doing that, chief. So the same guy again supported Koga. This time Koga has won. And Koga has his own supporter. And for him, he believes in loyalty. Right? So Koga has his own supporters that he had given assurances to that, look, if I win, then you will replace me. This guy now wants to go. Jeremiah Kun calls Koga and recommends one of his office guy and say the guy get money or this, that, yet, and that the guy should replace Koga. Koga said, no, this one is my district, it's my core. I will have to make it. So the clash has started because the general interest is now satisfied. Individual interests are what now at stake. And this is where the clashes can start. This is where it starts. So that's Nima Kante Uno Buhaha. And you can now look at it and see it, right? So I think with that, I just want to enlighten you to see the next line of battle that will unfold there. And Koga believes that he's the guy. Because they say he Godfather, and Jeremiah Kun knows that the men are Godfather now. So the same respect, Jeremiah Kun used to pay to Prince Johnson when Prince Johnson was Godfather. Koga is demanding that respect today. And it's very interesting. Very interesting drama. And you will see it unfold. And whether you like it or not, even if it were me, I will add a Koga. So let's leave that thing there. Jeremiah Kun is not a Q. Koga got most of the votes on the Gil Bell. So what the issue? So it was the Gil people that decided what to call Jeremiah Kun and somebody who influenced that. That's what Koga believes. But he needed the resources, and Jeremiah Kun carried the team. Whatever to say, no, I don't want it. So people are really on that. So we really leave all of that and we look forward to seeing what it is that will really unfold there. So I just thought to give you heads up on that. Then we come in town to the legislative politics. What's unfolded? You know, over the weekend, I listened, and the Unity Party people, they have press conference. And in our alliance meeting, notably, the Liberty Party was not present in our alliance. In fact, after the whole meeting that they had down there, the Liberty Party came up with their extra separate press conference. Though they mentioned the Liberty Party being there, and the tone in which they spoke as the Unity Party alliance, they mentioned the Liberty Party, but the Liberty Party spoke differently. Though not too clear, but they did not equally lambast the Supreme Court like the way the Unity Party alliance did. So the Liberty Party has decided to now start setting the record straight for the future that they want to protect. They don't want to sound like the other guys. So the political leader released a statement today. Right? So this is very much important. The political leader released a statement today, and you can see it clearly. Just on Friday, I was interpreting Yomi Kanga's post. Today, it tells you that we are getting there. Not everybody would like to go down with Joseph Boakai on his recklessness and the way he's doing the country. Now, the next thing I saw again is the people who claimed they had the quorum that they were doing business with, they are still lobbying out there, and we are understanding that they have come up with another new resolution. They themselves said that Fonati is no longer speaker. Joseph Boakai said you will work with quorum. And Joseph Boakai has the quorum, but they're still boasting about numbers. No, we're not discussing numbers game now. You listen to the Chief Justice very clear. She said you can even be thousands. I don't know. Why these people are very poor in reasoning? But we'll come to that part. But at that same occasion where they were, I listened to Councillor Cooper cry. And this is what I keep telling you people, that good people gone bad. Good people gone bad. Cooper cried, I don't know, what are the tests of their own, maybe that test of people integrity, because if people integrity can be tested, how do you know that they have integrity? None of the people that also have been tried and tested. And I used to say we are better driven. I don't know what in Unity Party that they can drive our own belly now, because I don't know why we can be driven by them. Because we are being tried and tested. So as a result, you can look at me and say, oh, AB, there's that. Tomorrow you will speak to record. You'll say, oh, yeah, AB, tomorrow like you go ask your opponent. They will say this. So you gotta be tried and tested. So people like Cooper Crown, and they are now testing them in this country. They are telling people will getting respect and say this, that, but they are setting certain action that will come up. Your position you make or your position you take in that action is what will tell us who you really are. So Kuba crowd then they dare lambasting the Supreme Court and say because the Supreme Court benefited from the budget, the Supreme Court cannot demand, and then you was citing law and all. You say that what the law say you can't benefit from something that you can't say the same thing that you benefited from is harmful. Kuba crowd, where you take all the legal reasoning from? So you don't know that people, oh gosh, this country. So that's why I was able to post on my page, right? I said something. I said, so Cooper crowd. When Joseph Walker said George Weah is corrupt, and Joseph Walker accepted that money that George Weah gave for him to go hospital, that was not budgeted money. The sin of budget spending, the corrupt money that you say George Weah a rogue. George Weah took that roguish money and gave it to you, Joseph Walker, for you to go to hospital. The criminal. You even Joseph Walker took criminal Stanton Waterspoon the money, the real data criminal. You knew that one by express, they were convicted. At least George Weah on that just rudeness, you were just on there. All men rude on small ball. That rudeness you were on there, so and I can understand your level of rudeness, your friskiness. Because the issue there is you are very poor, broke, hungry. So as a result, you are very rude and you are very arrogant, and that's just who you are. So that's why you are demonstrating to the young boy. You are very frisky and rude on the young boy. So that lead that one. Now, you are just doing that one out of jealousy and envy as well, and we can sense everything today. But what about Stanton Waterspoon? That he's very much a clear criminal, that you knew that he's a convicted criminal. You took money from him today. You are looking at that Waterspoon man, you and your man, Anthony Kesselly there. They say that when they like brother or criminal like that can say that when the very criminal you are eating, you see, when you speaking, you see morality. You see what they call morals? You see what they call moral, that what people are all get in this country. We can look in the future. Any position we take today, we position ourselves in a way that tomorrow, if that same thing were to come, if we were to speak, we'll never speak in supporting it, but we'll still speak against it. So it may be the biggest danger or the biggest crime we'll ever commit that time, that which I think will also be the crime, is to now speak out that time, because I think I'm conflicted, which is called for as well. It's moral decency. If you think you are conflicted, being silent is also good. You just recuse yourself from it. It can happen. You can recuse yourself from every debate because you think that you are conflicted. You don't want to say anything about it. You leave it. But if you want to speak to it, speak the truth. You can't be speaking to it and speaking lies. That is morality. Morality, that's what it is. So you can't be speaking to it and speak lies. The same thing you said before is the same thing you should say today. You should be consistent. The best thing you can do for yourself, which of course could be moral, is to recuse yourself from the debate because you are conflicted. At that point, you don't want to say anything. Say my mouthful, that one will understand. So just say my mouthful, that one will understand. We can understand. Say, yeah, but my man said, you see, my man said couldn't talk in that thing. Say, yeah, my man said I can't speak to the kind of thing. Because the man just embarrass all of us. That kind of thing when you go away that moral now. That moral telling you that, my man, they may just embarrass all of us. Why you say this way? People will respect you for that. Right? So you can speak to it. So these are some of the things that have been happening. So basically, we are looking at it from all sides. So people like Cooper crowd then for them to come up and start talking like that today. And then these are senior lawyers that wouldn't stay in the legal field that didn't want their soul. And if for any reason that is going to be dependent, these are the people that not really eat real lawyer money, they not eat a Google. So I don't know what more they are still looking for. If for Abraham William who hasn't gone anywhere yet can live, hey man. Could you imagine the little thing I can get? So now $20, $10, and whatever. If I can get those, and then I don't feel like they're not popping in who not real Google money as lawyers. They are working government, post and telecommunication come back, and you are yeah man, you're forced to talk in everything. What kind of people are there in this country here? So young people are seated at Unity Party headquarters, and then you spewing out that in front of them today, and you are not able to guard people like Mo Ali, Amon Tuane, and the other youth guys, and for you to guide them, you are not doing that. And then you speaking, you are an error. They give you microphone to talk, for you to talk with something that will be logical. That they will say, oh yeah, the long people learn from you. Can't you speak in that way? You say the Supreme Court will redeem itself only because they are operating a budget that they claim was carved by an illegal speaker. Papa, you mean Papa lawyer? That's what you said? So I just said good reasoning gone bad. And all can happen because of greed. Yeah, all happen because of greed. All happens because of greed. Now, let me share with you people a short video. I'm about to share with you a short video. And that video, it deals with the continent of Africa. If you don't see Liberia in this video, don't call me AB. Then that means you don't just want to understand what's happening now. Because after the Supreme Court ruling, all the terrible things that are happening in this country, you haven't heard the U.S. embassy speak. And me, I don't get problem with them speaking because my own position has been that I don't have to depend on foreigners to speak for me. I have always said that. I don't depend on foreigners to speak for me, for them to tell me, for me to stand for myself, I want to depend on them. No. That's being just irresponsible. Because you always look up to someone else to talk while you ought to talk. That's being irresponsible. I don't take that. And some things I will talk tonight, you will not like it, but I'm about to talk it. But you see there, you haven't seen the ECOWAS, the whatever it is, all the insult. They have given a code system here and there. No statement has been released to that effect. But I knew that if it was going to be weird time today, they were going to release statement. If it was going to be weird time, all these things, plenty of statements will have come up. But there's a reason for that. And I want for you to listen to this video attentively and then see what are the reasons for their silence. It's not in today's video. And that is why now when you listen to this video, then you will just say, oh, I think we have to do our own things now. We have to know that it is us. The independence is about us. And we are the one that are in charge of ourselves. We got to chart our own course. And whatever they bring is just it. And we appreciate them for that. But we got to be of ourselves. And I think it will be very important that you understand these things. You know, for me, I can be telling you some things, and I'm not saying it in disrespect to anybody, and whatever it is. But you see, the how God can operate. The how God can operate. But you both don't understand some of the things. So I'm just about to share with you what it is that I want to share with you. And it's rebooting, sorry. And we'll get there. And I'm just here to provide the enlightenment. With no disrespect to anybody. Just to provide the enlightenment. And then you know why what is happening. Just to inform you why it is happening. Because sometimes you got to ask yourself a question. Why is this thing happening? Why people not talking? Why the other people not want to talk? Why the other people not want to talk? So you will
if you wanted to stop Africa from becoming a superpower, you wouldn't have to invent a new strategy.
Let's get to it.
The blueprint has already been written, tested. If you wanted to stop Africa from becoming a superpower, you wouldn't have to invent a new strategy. The blueprint has already been written, tested, and perfected over centuries. You'd start by making sure Africa never unites. The easiest way to do that is by keeping people divided along ethnic, tribal, and religious lines. If they ever start working together, remind them of past grievances. Stoke old wounds. Fund separatist movements. Keep border disputes unresolved. Make sure every time they take one step forward, they take 2 steps back because they're too busy fighting each other. You'd install leaders who serve foreign interests, not their people. Find the most corrupt, the most easily manipulated, the ones who crave wealth and status more than progress. Offer them power in exchange for loyalty. If a leader rises who actually cares about Africa, get rid of them. Assassinate them if necessary. But if that's too messy, just destabilize their government and back a coup. If they talk about nationalizing resources, make an example out of them. If they try to unite Africa, take them out before the idea spreads. You'd keep Africa economically weak by making sure it never industrializes. Let them export raw materials but never process them themselves. Control the mines, the oil fields, the rare earth minerals. Keep them selling cheap and buying expensive. If a country tries to break free and build its own industries, sabotage it. Place sanctions, destabilize its currency, fund local opposition, crash its economy. If that doesn't work, orchestrate a civil war. People can't build when they're too busy trying to survive. You'd make sure their education system produces workers, not innovators. Teach them history that glorifies their oppressors. Make them think their cultures are primitive. Their ancestors were savages. Their future depends on foreign approval. Train them to memorize, not to think critically. Keep their best and brightest looking overseas for opportunities. Make them dream of escaping Africa rather than fixing it. Offer scholarships that take their top minds to the West and never encourage them to return. Let the continent keep training doctors and engineers only for them to go enrich other nations. You'd control their narratives. Own their media. Control their stories. Dictate their image to the world. Make them believe they are corrupt, hopeless, eternally in crisis. Flood their screens with poverty porn and war zones. Show them charity ads that make them believe they are helpless without foreign aid. Downplay their successes. Twist their victories into isolated incidents. If an African country develops a groundbreaking innovation, credit a foreign investor. If an African leader implements a successful policy, frame it as an anomaly rather than proof of competence. You'd make sure they remain dependent. Drown them in debt. Offer loans with impossible conditions. Force them to privatize everything so foreign corporations own their water, their electricity, their land. When they struggle, give them just enough aid to keep them alive, but never enough to make them self-sufficient. Use charities to create a culture of reliance rather than resilience. Make them think foreign intervention is necessary, that they can't solve their own problems, that they always need help from the outside. You'd suppress their military strength. Keep their armies weak, their defense industries non-existent. Sell them weapons to fight each other, but never let them develop high-tech military technology. If a country tries to build a strong defense system, accuse them of being a threat to stability. Make sure they always need foreign peacekeepers, foreign military bases, foreign advisors controlling their security. Keep them vulnerable to invasion, coups, and foreign interference. The formula is simple. Divide, corrupt, exploit, miseducate, control. Keep them fighting each other. Keep them looking outside for solutions. Keep them poor, dependent, insecure. Make sure every attempt to break free is met with resistance so strong that the next generation thinks twice before trying again. This isn't a theory. It's history. The real question isn't how to stop Africa from becoming a superpower. It's how Africa can break the cycle despite every effort to keep it down.
You don't see yourself inside? Eh? What do you call that? You don't see yourself inside the narrative? Which one of you Liberian now looking up to America to come condemn the people there and sanction them? In your brain, the thing are working in your brain now. Which one of you not sitting down and say, they are people got to sanction people? I don't know why they want to sanction these people. I don't know why they got to sanction these people. Look, a friend of mine just told me recently when I asked that same question with that kind of fake brain that inside me too. The same thing that inside your head, that is same thing inside my head. So I call you and say, oh, this is what the president is doing. The man said, but y'all know what to do. The man put a thing right back to me. The man says, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You people may sit down and think that 3, 4, 5 lawmaker cross on the other side of the goes. So let me tell you something. Let me be frank with you people tonight. Me, I'll let it be blunt with people you know me already. When I want to know about how anybody feel about it. You think we have been fair to Fonati and his team? You know how long these guys have been holding on? So let's agree. Let's make it 50-50. Let's set the record straight here tonight. You think we really been fair to them? No, we haven't been. We haven't been fair to them. We are telling them to hold on. They are being butchered right before our own eyes. They are being strangulated right before our own eyes. And this is the game, right? Bwaka opened up a war, a political war. Bwaka says the legislative branch of Fonati Kofa or whoever on our side there, these are the people. Let me say, Jeremiah, Richard Kuhn, that the people you will support. He said he will go support them. So meaning, Joseph Bwaka from the executive decided to back Richard Kuhn by his own backing. The Supreme Court is neutral. The guys who said no, the way you are doing things, you are undermining the law. And like I told you people, the Supreme Court does not have that power as compared to the executive to enforce. They said no. For us, we will hold on. We're not going according to it because the law does not support your action. The guys kept holding on. They keep holding on. Even up to today, they still holding on. I know there was some attempts made by citizens to go, but you allow these police people, and you don't have plan B. You don't have plan C. You allow these police people because you think that when they say organizing protest, you must gather one place. That's how you look at protest to be. You must gather at one place. No. You will get plan B, plan A, plan B. Everything must be part of your plan because you know what? You want to achieve something at all costs. The guys keep holding on. The guys keep holding on. Okay, let's agree the head on. They decided to say, look, we'll go back to the Supreme Court and inform the Supreme Court and say, look, okay, we don't want to blame the citizens. The citizens themselves are confused because the Supreme Court ruling is confusing. So the citizens too confused. So I think I want making it, they don't want to come up. So the people who are already injured, they have the standing to go to the court and they say, look, this is XYZ. So for until then took that bold step, they went back to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court now came up clear on the 23rd and said, look, this is it. Now the citizens had a definite position now to determine what to do. Joseph Boakai too, he had his choice. He determined what to do, and Joseph Boakai decided to affirm his initial position to say, you know what, I will support this man. Though the court has come on support. So it is Joseph Boakai versus us backing this group that had always been there. What have we done? What have you people done? But look, let's be fair to people here. Let's be fair to people here. Me, I let me be blunt with people. What have you people done? If, in fact, I appreciate Mobile Molu and his team. I appreciate the gatherings of the political parties, but you don't need to give Joseph Boakai any longer any time because time has been wasted ever since. The time is too long. The people expected immediate action. The moment Joseph Boakai came out with that statement that day, the next day, something different is supposed to happen in this country. That means there's no law. Then we say there, the people there, they're crossing over, What they must hold on to what? Hold on to what? Give me a reason now. Why they should keep holding on? Why they should keep holding on? Anyway, what was their backing? Joseph Boakai, owner backing at Joseph Boakai, the executive. Who is their owner backing? Who is backing them? The men want crossover, they want go so, they want go. What's your problem in this country? You think other country that you see people protesting and then backing just for one man dying in America? I was still talking about that George Floyd thing. For them to go, in fact, they never wanted to even indict the police officer that were involved in it. Who gave the backing to the family of George Floyd? The citizens rose up. They decided to give the backing because when they knew the law was not about to speak for that young man, they said, we will back the young man. Why you're sitting down where you're sitting down here? Look, Mobile Molu then about to go into communities or whatever it is will be. You should have plan B. If you think to protest only in this country is by assembling one place and going to Capitol building and sitting down there, that the only way it can work. The AFL women, they locked down this whole country without assembling one place. The AFL women, they locked. I said women, man. I'm discussing women. You don't know who they are. Women. They locked down this whole country without going one place. They never assembled one place. No, they locked down this whole country in no time. What are you really doing to buttress those guys? Look, in fact, whatever Joseph Boakai doing now, your team is supposed to accept it. Even if Joseph Boakai were to say that he does not want Fonati at all, and is as a result of his clear defiance to the court, you must now say, Joseph Boakai, you think we ourselves will left for you to be president for we you president? So the same way you not left Fonati, but you got to work with Fonati, that the same way we ourselves, we don't even want you to be president, but we're working with you. So if we can agree to work with you because the law said that you want and we will work with you. Why you can't work with Fonati because the law said Fonati want? Why you don't want to work with Fonati? Why you got to make our control the law that is where? That's what citizens do. That's how citizens act. Joseph Boakai say he want to work with Fonati, so that me must decide to say I'm on left with Joseph Boakai. So when let me ask you a question, you say I'm on let the papi business, right? If the papi say he can never work with Fonati, why may you think that I will say I won't work with Joseph Boga? Why? Why may you think I will accept Joseph Boga as my president? If Joseph Boga will say that he said he can work with Fonati for no reason, at least my own reason I get it say why I want to work with Joseph Boga and why I hate Joseph Boga business. I get my own reason. It's clear. You can see it. But Fonati, nothing there. If the man can choose to say he not like to work with Fonati, then I ought to say him allow it to work with him. So he said, Joseph Boga, since you believe that for any public official to work, it must be determined by the people that you are working with or for as to whether they want to work with you or not. Then we'll employ the same strategy to you as well. That we don't want to work with you. So I want to Joseph Boga thinks that we really like him as president, and why he is president today. That because the law. Just the law. That only the law made Joseph Boga president. The same law that said, look, George, where you won the first round, but your first round winning is not enough to make you president again. You got to go for another election. We went to another election. Joseph Boga just got 0.5%. I don't want to use what they call it. He just got half, but the law says anybody who will pay by their friend, when you get 50 plus 1, what they call it is just plus 1. 50 plus 1. 50 plus 1%. The moment you get it straight, you're president. So even as divided as the country may be, the law says you're the president. Joseph Boga, you got over 800,000 votes. You look at the population in this country, the millions of people in this country, 800,000. You think we really like you to be president? Or you think we really satisfied for you to be president? But we got to work with you because that's what the law says. That once the man becomes president, you got to work with him. So the moment Fonati became speaker, you got to work with him. And was Fonati doing anything? In fact, Fonati being a speaker, he was even hurting the very opposition he came from. People were having issues with him. But you know what Fonati was doing? Fonati was saying that the law. Anybody who become president, I'm not speaker to be for a particular opposition regime or our CDC. No, that's not what it is. I'm not from any political party, but the law says that indeed the moment election is over and then I'm now speaker, I got to work with the government. Because we are all part of one government. It is in that spirit that Fonati was working with you. People were not even happy with it. So if you can choose to say you're not left Fonati, why may you think I will let you for you to continue into power? If Joseph Boga will say you're not left Fonati, you're not well with Fonati, how can you go and calm down? That the time now you're supposed to say, Joseph Boga, we are also we don't want to work with you too, because we can't bear it with you. Because the same way you can't bear it to work with Fonati, we also can't bear it with you too, for you to be 2029 with us. My people, look. Me, a little bit blunt. That's why people can say all kinds of things about me. It's up to them. That their business. The kind of enlightenment that God gave me, they tell you, say, I get time for that thing, that God put it inside me. And I'm not scared of anybody. I will never wrong anybody. I pray to God Almighty not to wrong me into harm's way. But the idea is, I will talk the truth all of the time. If Joseph Boakai, me, and two ways I took it here, I say, y'all got to know that you people are the cause why even people in Fonati camp, they are giving up now. Because nobody talking for them. Somebody talking for Kun, Joseph Boga. Who talking for Fonati who not group them? Who they backing for them? No. They must go stand there, said there to go do what? What kind of opponent they will get in the country? You know who any opponent can be scared of you? The moment you rise up and these people then see in their community, they're going here and there, you'll see the next day they start running to Fonati Street. You see, moment of tension is too much in the community now. In fact, their own families will start calling and say, Chief, they think here now they play looking at my family life at risk, and I want to raise my family life. Yeah, I want to raise my properties. I want to raise anything. Chief, you gotta go to the law, let it be. It won't move for nothing, let move him rightfully. That fear that they have, it will take them to the law. But I mean, the guy passing around the community, they have what they calling, nothing happening, nobody cares, nobody do anything, they get ready. Oh, the cover group, they want to betray. That you're betraying the people. Who betraying who? That the Kofa group betraying y'all? Or you know how long those guys held on? You know how long those guys held on? You're sitting down there, you're betraying the people. Then you're sitting down there, say they are betraying. Who betraying who? Then you're betraying the people. You know how people like us, we have sat here, we have talk. Now, Mama Molu then coming up. Yeah, we agreed. But I action, in fact, you're even sort of announce when you're coming or say, you're not announcing to them. You catch them by surprise, and it should be unending action in this country. Clear. Because you get a bunch of hungry people opening their mouth there now who never had a dime. Who can live without government job? Poverty-stricken people. Useless people. You had them. They're opening their mouths now today. Why you the real people? Your mouth now you shut. They gonna get ready to stand for you. Oh, there's that. Yeah, they can say the country for them. You allow them to make them to carry that thinking that the country is for them. That's why I say me, nobody can silence me in this country. Nobody I challenge them any day. That are useless thing they're running down that they call government. That they can be passing around here. You know what happened in this country now? US rate that when it used to go to 96, 196, or it used to be big thing on banner for the Unity Party. Now they're living with it now. US rate is 199, 198, 200. People are living with it as though it is normal. My little picking who are used to be buying sausage from in the street. I asked him and said, my man, why are you not telling your sausage again? He said, my man, sausage price going up. The thing price going up to $4.50 for pack. So if I were to buy the sausages $4.50 per pack, how do I slash it to start? Because I didn't want you to slash those sausages and then passing around at least those of us who are not able to afford to buy the whole sausage, and I will be able to buy the small one. The small one that what we used to buy. So I don't want that were in a cartoon. The men would do it, they put in a cartoon, and say, but I will be able to sell sausage this time. Because the price going up. Agro oil price going up. All the things the price has gone up. How are people living? You got to make your presence felt. Because the reason you change government is for your own well-being. Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution says that the people put government there for their own satisfaction, for their own benefit. That's why they put government. They make government because of their own benefit. And government is supposed to work in their interest for their benefit. That's what Article 1 says, because it says all the power in you. So any government that not doing that thing, forget about it. Now impeachment business, you just walking up to them and say you move from office. Now impeachment you waiting for now. Yeah. People will stand up. Look, me, you always get problem with me in this country. Because I'm not scared of anybody. That's the problem with you people. You see, because you can say, oh, yeah, who's scared, oh, this, that, yeah, that, yeah. This is very, 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 very wrong. Yeah. You see that? They all sit out there, oh, that one man and go betrayal. The other person and go, the person want go betrayal. Betrayal who? Who betray who? Who betraying who? What do you now do to really make, even if Bwaka want to work with them, the guy will say, Bwaka, now your horses, now your family then are threat. So that your thing you're doing to say you want to force the thing here, now us. Let me tell you something. We have been in this country. For the stability of this country is very much important than anything else. If you people will sit down and say, oh yeah, we're waiting for American government should come and what they call. Sit down there and say they will come what they call. Go sit. Sit down there and say they will release statements soon money to make Bwaga scare. Or to put fear in a pony. Yeah. How you again at the country and how your country, so you're sitting there like few group of people who want at 1%, that 1% is nowhere anymore. And you saw they are gathering. That's also official government and people working in government when somewhere Unity Party headquarters. All of them are down there. The real ordinary people that were beyond rescue. You didn't find out at the party headquarters. That's why you see they never show camera then outside. They control because the crowd that were down there, because they everybody together here and all nothing else, because no support group, whatever it is, everyone disenchanted. They don't have anybody on their side anymore. And they're using these police people to, you know, oh God. If you sit down here and you're scared today, you better start thinking about either making Joseph Burger government to stop now. I'm telling you, it's possible. You can exercise Article 1. And I'm still telling you, it's constitutional. You can exercise Article 1, and then you can tell Joseph Burger move from there now. We can't wait for 2029 because there's no hope that even 2029 will be okay for us. You can move from there now. You can tell that. Article 1 gives you that backing. Or you can tell him, say, Chief, you will continue, but you got to do S, Y, Z. That's another option you can give him. Exercising Article 1 again. All the things then what they call here and there in Article 1, that the power you get, that what you're using as well. That the power you get, that what you're using. Now the lawmaker then supposed to be fighting for you. They have fought. They have fought. They have stood by the rule of law. They have tried their everything. They have resisted money. They have done all kinds of things. Representative Luther Corney or Bapo Lucas, they all collected bundle of money they carry to go expose it. You saw all of those things. What more you want for them to do? My brother DJ Blue, he said he's on the side of the law. Let's agree, my brother DJ Blue decided to even come by and say he's on the side of the law. What a backing you're giving that young man. We all laughed at that young man because he said, oh yeah, he go on the side here and there. Now the decision came up. The young brother came up and said, look, I will go on the side of the law. Well, in what way you expect for DJ Blue to stay on the side of the law when the side of the law is a side that has no backing? Vulnerable. How you expect a young man to maintain his stance? Warren Austin Taylor again, he said he broke rank coming on the side. Then nobody on their side. Nobody giving them the backing. They deny your lawmaker them salaries and things. You're still going to them, begging them for money, knowing that the people seize those people's salaries and things. You can still go to them and be begging them. Or could you imagine how heartless you people are? They are still want for them to hold on. That kind of thing can make politics say they're not serious. So let me just go and move on with my life. What's your problem in this country? Now I'm telling you, the guys are coming out there into the communities. Whether Joseph Burger get the numbers to move Richard Kun or not, we the Liberian people will say we can't work with Richard Kun. Whether you get the numbers to the moon opponent, prove to the men in the communities that you don't want to work with Richard Kun as well. Burger say he don't want to work with Kofa, right? Same Kofa is the law person, and you don't want to work with the law, and so forth. He decided to do all kinds of things. You all prove it to these people that you don't want to work with them too. You just prove it to them that you don't want to work with them. Simple. They can't work. And Burger get a prerogative to determine who you want to work with, because he didn't care about whether the law says you just forced to work with a person. That the law can make us to bow. It's not that we want our own thing, no. That the law. The law. You just got to respect the law. It is the law that make us today we still get Joseph Burger as president. The day Liberian people get fed, they say they want in there, what they call the law is there. And of course, we can go and take him from there. The law also even bag yourself, but you have to take him from there when you're not happy with him. I say, yeah, you Article 1. I want you're not talking about impeachment. No. Yeah, war and say move from here. We don't want you here. We'll have our new election, we'll put a different person there. What more you want? They don't want to be putting the blame on the law because the country really finish. Yeah, you're finishing the country by your actions. How will you say that? Somebody comes to your house, your father's property, left in your name, inheritance, you have it. You get a deed and everything, the title, the color of title, the chain of title, every other title, you get it with you. Then somebody can tell you, and then you sit down. Then you go, I want to really finishing you. Oh yeah. Then another person can sit on the other side again, sit down. I want to really finishing you. The other person want to go, no. You can only fight for what you own. What you don't own, you don't fight for it. You can only fight for what you own. You can only fight for what you have title to. That's why you got to fight to preserve it. But you let the person taking all the land, and in law they get punishment for those kind of punishment too. They can say you suffer waiver and laches because you slept on your rights. And anytime you sleep on your right, and then you go to the law will say, but well, chief, you start a rare, you see the man, what they call you, you do nothing. Yeah? They get start Do you know what they got statute of limitation in property law? It used to be 20 years. So it's 15 years now. So what they said in the law is that if Abraham will arrogantly and openly and whatever it is decided to build on your land, you don't take any action against Abraham will. You say, yeah, man, you beat out down there. I'm not doing nothing. Or you scared. You won't do anything because this, that, blah, blah, blah. 15 years pass, then you go to court. I would just love for one lawyer will go on adverse possession. I just finish with you. I will take out your land free. The only thing that will be left, the court will give me that land. I will just go and get my deed. I put in my own name. Finish. It finished. The adverse possession. You know what they call adverse possession? It's to sleep on your right for 15 years. You sat there, you allow that man to occupy that property. The man is doing everything, then you go to the court. You think the court will listen to you? You know what they call sleeping on your right? You'll be sleeping here, be passing around. You'll be talking about, the lawmaker them betraying all. Time one way them betraying all this, that. Forget about it. What did you do? What are you doing to put fear in the other people to say, look, this is it? That's life. So what you want for us to do now? Me, I just want to be fair with people. So let's be fair with one another now. Your little brothers, even if I were in their shoes, I would need a fight for go far away. I just go sit down by myself. I said, gentlemen, you do what I want to do here. I'm not fighting your animal. I will not release any statement anymore. Then will say, you know, when I hearing friends are focused and talking this time. What did the minimum talk? Talking with no backing? Why you want to talk? Oh, the guys must just talk. The guys are raising flag. They keep raising it. What is the backing you giving them? Sit down whole day, talk. What they call you just know what it is. You think when they say responsible citizenship, or for people to be respect of you, afraid of you, and then pay you that respect by force. Because if they don't have to give you what they call it, will give you by force. You think about sitting down, whatever it is. Mobile model then coming up, and he did send another post again, and that is what it is. Now, what I told you people, me, and you see some of the thing there, me talking there, me saying, oh, ABO. You know, I just look at you, I just laugh. You know, and so I think for sure with God, all things are possible. Yeah. So let's go on. You'll be sitting down there. I'll play the video for you again. You want to listen to it again? Or you don't want to listen to the video again? You'll listen to the video. You'll know. You'll be sitting down there and say you're waiting for America to can go, what they call, and to can go determine, I don't know what to do for you. To come to just say what America gonna do for your release statement again. Just sit down there. They will release statement for true. You're not seeing other country people march to the embassy and tell the embassy, say, please take yourself from your thing. Because this was happening, you are not saying anything. They say that you're not serious citizen action here, right? Look, if you don't take yourself serious, you think other people will take you serious. Who do you get ready to go home put placard in front embassy? If I get embassy, will not come to you, will not bring complaint again. What kind of irresponsible thing that I say? You get your right, you get action you're supposed to take. Then you get ready, you say you're going to lay a complaint. To go do what? You know what? Yeah. Oh God, this country like the road that we have here. So Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Let me read this stuff here from Mobile Molu, and he was able to say this. Let me try to share it with you. Let me get to the lines. Me, I just let to tell you the truth and the level you. I just let to tell you the God fair truth. And me, I don't get down for how you feel about it. So Mama Molu is saying this. He said this today again, and he says, when a president defies the Supreme Court, every act that follows is lawless. That means whatever they're doing now, how they get quorum, they get 40, 50. What are they like? I said, they get whatever, you don't agree to it. That's what it is. So every other act becomes lawless. A new speaker without the respect for a court is traitors too, brought and paid for with the blood money of corruption. And certainly you are right, Mama Molu. And he says here that every dollar of corruption is what soaked in the blood of those who were left to suffer, starve, and die without health care, education, and food security. 100%, you are right, Molu. But no bribe, no puppet, no fake second ruling will silence the storm that is coming. Bwaka has declared war on the Constitution. Now the people will declare war on tyranny. Simple. Why not declare war on constitution? Why are we waiting for again? You telling the whole thing is about you people that they took from jobs because of your political alignment. They have silenced you. It's unconstitutional. They tell you positions because of political alignment. All the thing is unconstitutional. So there's a war. It's not only about Fonati issue. If you made a whole thing, you know that Fonati no. Let you make Bwaka then know that Fonati issue is just part of it. It just what already exacerbating this whole thing now. But there have been other issues that we had with you that we think for sure you can't govern anymore, or we think you need to correct. Those are things. So I like that. For one moment, Molu is saying, he said Bwaka has declared war on the constitution. Now that the people will declare war on tyranny, and certainly it is. If Bwaka will not lead by law, he will be forced to leave through non-violent resistance by the power of the people. Article 1, like I'm saying, brilliant. He and his vice president, partners in crime, will be forced to resign or be driven out by mass non-violent uprising. 250,000 marshals carved our path to freedom. No thief in power will ever turn us back. And that's a fine, strong water statement. The guys are coming up in the community. They think about going one place to Capitol building where you see people here, they get ready. No. It's about locking any and everywhere and telling Bwaka and Jeremiah Kun to either leave the country or resign. Simple. Look, you got to say it's not about Fonati. It's about no lawlessness that Bwaka been doing from day one. That all the things that you need to bundle up together. That just bundle, it's just a Fonati thing, it's just at the top of it. That one we are, but not all. You got to use other things. But anyway, with God, all things are possible, and we are certainly getting there. But again, the reason I'm talking the thing I'm talking here, you want to make God say, oh, betray, that you're being betrayed there. Yeah? So let's take a break, and we'll be right back. And of course, visit right here with you. And we are forever grateful to the Almighty God for everything. And we think for sure with God, all things are possible. Where's my commercials? Then I'm supposed to be here. The serious problem with my technical guys. Anyway, we'll settle down tomorrow. So like I'm saying, yeah. So I was able to give you the number and that you were able to check up, right? Yeah. So let's get to the lines interact with you. Mobile model has spoken, and that is why it is me a little enlightening you people that what they don't like and the thing that will scare them, we're not scared of them. Yeah. So I think for sure with God, all things are possible. So let's get to the lines and interact with your callers. And hello, how are you doing? I don't want anybody can be talking all kinds of things here to know. If you don't speak to the issue, I'll cut you off. Hello, how are you doing? Go ahead.
Yeah, we read your line.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yes, yeah, there's the port of Sabu Rasta to your line. I'm joining you for to be a judge in Zimbabwe. You know, if nobody will comment you, like, bro, let me stand, let me pray to you tonight for what you have said. You know, for whatever you said tonight is also truth to the life. Can you imagine? We are Liberians. I think we want to give all the power. And the one interesting part there, they say it is our right to alter and reform. Can you imagine that you have the right to alter and reform when you're safety and your happiness is so required?
Yeah.
And it is by, can you imagine it is by law? Yeah, so the one that form in the blue sky, we would sit there and lie, 8-year-old or 3,000-year-old men to that Bwaka and just rule and just leave. You know, it has to be to that. It will match and put slap it up a bit here.
No, you can't go that far. Hello, how are you doing? Let's go on. Hello, how are you doing? Let's call her.
Hello.
Yeah.
Emma follows my name.
Yeah.
Calling from Brazil. You see, that time 1979, when I was told after the Red Riot, we boosted, said he met us to Gaza. Nothing can move you. When 2:30 most After 1980, back up my freedom, the forum mission was set. That one body elected men to power. Because everybody they arrested, they jailed them. And the person they can't sit down there, they citizen that. How the whole nation become Rasta and the American king over. So the people went on today, we cannot speak to one another. So this problem is not for the war. Well, I will mobile Mulu to say something that today. That the government will listen to him. Otherwise, anything happens, the government will suffer. And the citizen also will suffer. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, since the president refused to uphold the rule of law, and Benjamin S. Davis calling for Smeary first. Now we Liberia, now we should know that Liberia is a constitutional state. It is not an unconstitutional state. So we all need to come out in number and support Moral statement, and we are going to stand by it, and we're going to support them to the 40th of it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on to the female lines as well, if I can. Yep, certainly I would do. This one would do. Let me see. Okay, so I will get on to this one. Hello, what are you doing quickly? Keep playing your cash giveaway. Star 799 star 24 hash. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, Abby, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm fine, boss. Go on. Let's listen to you.
I'm calling from Washington State, man. Abby, what I can share here is that what you are saying, you are 100% right. But this thing is like monkey walk and baboon draw. These people, it is all about them. You understand? The Liberian will go in the street tomorrow, fight for them, but when they get back to that same position, they will be left out. What a benefit for the Liberian people. Yesterday, Judge Weah was there. Sedition go fight for their own government. They went to jail. Sedition had their own government. They die. The government can do anything about it. So you think who will have that courage now to go and fight? When the Sedition had a gun, they were still dying under their own government. Why they possess the gun? So what do you think, AB? Why you think everybody will not go in their share and just decide to eat their little mama with their driver and go to bed?
Yeah, little mama. You're right. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate that. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, fine. Please go on. Let's
Okay, Eric, I'm calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it transfer. Okay. Look, everything you say makes a lot of sense. But let me get Liberian for a little bit of reference about the struggle the city went through with Tobo. It wasn't Liberian people that brought Tobo down. It wasn't Liberian people that brought Drew down. It was big hands for us. As don't know big hands can be Liberian people to influence us on money or power. So that's why we're dying power and misbehave. We are not getting sense there up to now. We still the same people we are. We always stupid until we die.
Yeah. We always
so one American not ready for one American or EU not ready for to leave. Not leave. American not ready for they're not ready to work with we are. That's why it's the pressure on we are. How they other they problem the strength to get in the street every day. So along with the we are that thing. Yeah, I already pray to talk because I don't know how we die. Don't care.
I think you're 100% right, Leo. You're right. All of the removal, whatever it is, had to be from outside. And what the video said it will make Africans to be dependent on foreigners to solve their problem. And why it is. Always. And what are you doing?
Yes, sir. Abby, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, Doc. Let's hear from you, Chief.
You know, the next thing we need to do now, since Joseph Boakai and Rachel Kuhn, the majority of people have refused the Supreme Court order. Abby, do you know that it's punishable for refusing the Supreme Court order?
Bro,
there are contempt penalties. There are contempt penalties. There are penalty imprisonment that is started to what Joseph Boakai is doing, what Rachel Kuhn is doing. But it left with the Supreme Court or the citizen, because now they are refusing to go by the Supreme Court ruling. The disadvantage is that it will bring political instability. It will bring a constitutional crisis. And then there will be a very big division between the branch of government. So what we are looking at, what we are playing with is not just something to joke with. It is very serious. And we are just looking at taking the ABC. I don't know what the opposition are doing, because they are the second defender. If the law can defend the citizen, the opposition,
they have to
now
stand up.
In the power.
You're right.
The opposition.
You're right, Doc. Thank you so much. Bijo, let's hear from you quickly.
Opposition.
Yeah, Bijo, let's hear from you.
Eddie.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, boss. Go on. Let's listen to you, please.
No, I have listened to you all the years, but this is one of the best show you ever had in my own understanding.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe I will tell you for free. You know, yesterday I posted something in one of the chat rooms. I said when I saw President, we had money last in the University of Liberia threatened.
Yeah.
When I saw President, we are building corporate headquarters they feel threatened.
Mm-hmm.
When they saw President William giving free education to our people, they feel threatened. At the end, what did they do? They turned our embassy into political headquarters.
You're right.
What the President William do equal to what Bogota is doing, for which they were having releases every week.
Every week,
from
the
embassy.
embassy. Every week.
Every week they were having releases.
Yeah.
What was President William doing? What was President William doing that they were having releases every week? It is because they felt threatened. President William was building homes for poor people in those villages. They said, oh, those men want to open the door out. Because they consider to be stupid people. They feel that we are slaves. They feel we are slaves, baby. That when anybody come with the potential to open the eyes of the people, they will go against you.
You're right.
It happened in Burkina Faso. They have made about 18 coup attempts on our little boy in Burkina Faso because he opened the eyes of the people. Okay? Anywhere you see a good leader coming up for the people, they will go against you. But Liberians are waiting for President. We have to say, oh, you gotta go protest. The men who you depend on to serve your country, the men you want to put to the front of protest.
Yeah.
Huh? The men who sort of liberate you, and the men we want to put on the land, his line you want to put on the land. We don't use to think about President when it comes to protest. Because these people are able to shoot President we are anytime. This is a mission. Oh, but well, AB, you don't know the guys are reckless.
You're right.
The guy went on camera and killed human being.
You're right.
And Queen Johnson is boasting about it that sedition, they are being more people, they didn't know nothing, they are scared people. Then we are saying, oh, we're waiting for President Weah. When President Weah come on, President Weah should come. President Weah come without protesting. Are you kidding me? All the costs, everything that's made also protest against the government until they come down, they are all on the books. But Liberians are waiting for President Weah. That's why I said sometimes we're not going anywhere, brother. These people, they are brave and they know our weakness, they know that we get big mouth, we worth nothing. So to say we worth nothing and they will destroy our country over and over
right,
again.
my brother. You're right. You're right.
Yes. They will destroy our country over and over again because sedition just made big mouth, they get big mouth, they're waiting for only one man. President Weah, President Weah, President Weah, President Weah, every day that President Weah alone. But he alone, the Liberian, that only he alone the human being in our country.
I'm saying.
What were these people?
Why the men choose not to participate in politics anymore and say, okay,
then everybody will die.
What happened?
Then Unity Party will enslave us. Because no, let me tell you something. Unity Party have realized that they have tested the water. They know that all the rest of the Liberian beside their own people, they are afraid of them. They don't do anything.
Right.
We don't have brains. They feel that we are stupid people. I mean, we know what it means for the Constitution, the Supreme Court, the highest court in the country, to be abused. This was a war ever since. It's a cost trouble long time.
Ever since.
People are sitting down and
fact,
waiting.
When the day Bwaga made that statement, the next morning people are going to be in the streets.
Yeah, they're waiting for. Look, let me tell you something. When President Redo start, they can't organize it. They should start from everywhere. Yeah. When the Soya women got ready, who organized their protest? Who organized the Soya white protest? Who organized it? They didn't set any date. They not set any date. They went in the street and were coordinated. They were well organized. That people are waiting for Mullah Modu to come out to talk. When somebody not talk, that people can't do anything. What were these people? That blood belongs to everybody. That blood belongs to everybody. And anybody who wants to infringe on our constitution and the Supreme Court, that person should be dealt with. When you have to wait for somebody to tell you something. So without the Supreme Court, everybody is nothing. Everybody is useless in our country.
They don't know.
Right now, you know what they are doing now? They are laughing at our justice system. They are laughing at the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice. They are laughing at her.
Yeah.
Because people have refused to act. This is disgraceful. This is shameful, and we should be ashamed of ourselves. What's wrong with you people? What wrong with these Liberian people? No, listen. People, when we tell you, say, oh, you're in Ezra, that's why you're not doing nothing. Listen, if I were in Liberia, I would do the same thing I'm saying here today. I would say, I'll better die than our constitution disrespected by 1 billion, to be very about some disgruntled and killers and corrupt people than for me to live. Why are you living?
Wow. Yeah, boy. And I've you're very angry. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, fine. Let's hear from you.
Hey, no, Ebi, man, let me just say this, right? Liberians, we are just a bunch of big mouth, talkative people with no action. No, Ebi, seriously, I'm telling you. So, let him cross over, let him cross carpet. I agree with it. Ebi, you know the men get family too. You think the men get family too to say that, oh, I want me on the warfare. When the Lord disrespecting the people, there. But look, Ebi, let me just tell you something. I have a cousin who is in the AFL. I will not call his name. I am on the side doing my thing. Whenever I mean a guy, we can call it compare note. They make you say, brother. They tell the people, I will just tell my grandparent, I go sit down somewhere. AFL said, don't want to put him in a thing. That you put your guy in the street. I'm not, look, I won't sound like Tonga, but it's very, it pissing me off. Like when put your right in your hand, make use of it. You see what happened in Burkina Faso? The people taking to the street massively. Take that the law into the hands. For me, my own man used to say when gentility fails, brutality takes place.
Yeah.
This is just true. I'm sorry to sound like this, but if Liberians cannot take the law into the hand, let's get the law, let it get it go to the jail, let it do what he wants. Sorry, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution, man. See what's up. Yeah. Yeah, oh my, yeah. Yeah, hello, man.
How you doing, my son?
I'm fine.
All what you say, AB, that true. They have been put into work, and we need to work on ourselves. If the team of person, my son will get in the street, therefore will go in the street. That one will not work, AB. It was a team that said you'll get in the street. They were 21, 22 candidates for presidency. What are they today? They did what I said. I want to plan a program. I think we should work for. But when we have a couple to get in the street, I want my son will not do it. And you will not be yeah, I tell you, you will not be able. We are also will work for what we look for. Every day, what we get.
You right.
They know how to for someone year experience. They brought it. What he said, you will do everything. What you saw. They not like a bill, but there's some will go for this for Morata all the war. And go protect. My son will be the protect, but he never go for us. But so we have a purple in the street. Right. Our question not do it. And the person work for what they saw and what we have Boka. Then they feel it well on feel it. I didn't pick and choose. And but say right, and the rain in the family, when they were talking that no, when we're talking that no, so they get talking that no, for Boga government, because they want it happening. So they when they put our get about we don't go for ourselves. We are not going to see for us. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much. And our representative was able to send me this. One of the representatives and who had been on the COFA camp for a very long time, and of course a front owner as well. He says this to me, and it's too painful. Actually, let me just read a comment. And this is a statement to me. He said, AB, we are tired of the way the Liberian people are behaving. The deliberate from the public is heartbreaking. He said, if the entire country stands up to protest in every community, every county, it will make us come up strong. We have done more than what a lawmaker should do, but with a very little verbal support and no serious actions, I will not appear anywhere again. So sad. Do you know what has happened within these last 6 months? The big questions, will the country be able to recover from all the unnecessary and inappropriate spending? And that's true. How will the country recover from it? Because for Nati, a state speaker, they Rachel Kume eating speaker money. We're paying 2 speakers in this country because the more it drags on, that's how it is. We are paying 2 speakers. We are paying Rachel Kume as speaker and Fonati as speaker. Because why you like it or not, Fonati will get our money. You see the kind of recklessness? We are paying 2 speakers. What kind of problem there? How do we recover from these kind of things? How do we really recover from it? Yeah, line there to go on and on. You think that Bwaka money broke old men like that who are very poor, looking red up like that with that old ratting lapa shirt that used to be on it that he didn't want to sit in and just spending our money, country money, any kind of way? You don't want to call you sit down there, you'll be doing all kind of things. Hello, how you doing?
David.
Yeah, how you doing?
Well, afternoon to you, Papa.
Yeah, fine.
I say, people, they say, third row, say, oh, being a person, so no. Our president during that time say AB, the international community are looking at all. AB, international community are looking at all. Let the Tunisian go do their job. Like a shopping also. And then the Tunisian, they don't get to brilliant place. They not get mine. Baby, I'm not the new point for Tanshi or West Point. They not get mine. They not get mine to say, oh, going up on field to go protest. They not get mine. They say I conduct protest. Or they say, we're not going, my baby, we're not going because they not tell us to go outside before they go kill. I say, no, we are women and we'll get outside. You let the party women and you so get outside. Seriously, women are going out like green. When we get outside, the post sure they will be sure to support us. So I don't get outside. They say they're scared. They won't go down. And me, my one, none of all my placard. That my son said I read everything against the because against Baka wickedness. You know, other than their party, they on a placard, but they refuse to come outside that day. So much I took my placard and bring it back in my house. You see, they were not serious. They were just saying, oh, already some artists in their home say, oh, they women for gesture to this will be 1,000 plus women or 2,000 plus women plenty at the bed. They will get on the street. People will know I want important. But we're saying that. What we're saying that for? They see what Moruba said talking when girls are paying for now go behind. They will not go behind. They will be a fair. They don't get so hard at me.
All right.
That few that will go to protest, the few that will go protest.
I trust you on that.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Thank you, Papa.
All right, Mama Belu. The day of reckoning is here. It will come, and you never know how it will come. Maybe let's hear from you quickly.
Hey, good evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for the show. My attention been drawn to a few things. One is the protest. I believe something that nobody will be expecting in that country that will spark up protests across the country. Even just across Monrovia and Bruce Island, just across that Monserrato. I'm telling you. When that time comes, people will know. But that clip that you play about Africa, Davey, that a clip right there. Why do I say so? Look at the general that responsible for Africa that just came back from Africa. I think he met with the president of Africa. He came and sat down here in front of the Senate talking that the Ibrahim Traore using the reserve of Burkina Faso. This is the American man that talking about a country in Africa using the gold reserve to protect. The leader is using the gold reserve to protect himself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's so when you play that particular clip, I say yes. That's the whole plan. You cannot be stable. Once you're not stable, you will always be showing your hand. Please give me. Please give me. Please give me. That's what will happen. But we are in different era. Internet is everywhere. People are seeing everything. So that's what's happening in Burkina Faso. You know? And then let me just end on Nima. Baby. Your analysis was clear, my brother. I said this thing, I think, on the show. Oh, if that guy can stood up to Senator Johnson with his soul recipe, where Jeremiah go? When you tell that vice president, when you say that vice president that for him, it's nothing to coca.
Right.
Look at what he just said. That he want for somebody. He want to recognize somebody to coca to replace it in his district. What coca doing? What you say coca doing? Because I know. He said that my district. I don't want to make the call. Then are you?
We got a godfather.
Yes.
Coca
is a godfather. No, he's a godson. Coca is a godfather. I'm telling you, Abby. No, the guy found himself between the high ground and the rock. So he said, "Let me just fall on the other side." But he was in a difficult position. He just got a line with Coca. But Coca is seen that it's not because of Jeremiah Coca won in that place. Coca get followers.
But they
you know,
I want that they know Jeremiah they give putting out there they know Jeremiah.
You know, Coca get followers. He was depending on Senator Johnson to have won elections over there. Now Coca, because all through Coca been winning, he and Senator Johnson made his sole recipe. They are not been on good time, but he still won in his district.
Yeah.
You see it? He still won in his district. So that your analysis, I agree with you 100%. and it will be tough for him. Because he has started demanding now that all the respect that's don't say how he should have that respect. So you see, so you see what happening right now. So it's a very difficult thing, and I think the people will protest, but something will happen, and nobody will expect that people will take the street and they'll say, well, now, but all the people didn't happen yet. Nobody take the street. This small thing, I think people will protest over there. But when the appropriate time comes, people will protest. AB, thank you for the show. I'm following.
All right, thank you. Thanks for your contribution. We appreciate that. How are you doing?
Hey, Eddie, how you doing? Good evening, good afternoon.
Yeah,
from my end.
man. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I have all my colleagues from Minnesota since Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Eddie, Eddie,
yeah.
Eddie, my son. What we are going through is called punishment.
Okay.
I'm telling every Liberians on the that are listening to my voice. I know they will say she's not a prophet, but it's God's punishment because of the wickedness.
Yeah.
Maybe for us to start killing our own children just to bring this brother and cool administrator to power. The what God say are coming for you people. This is not about CDC. This is not about ANC. Today, look at the student military and unification project, the soup. Doing those things, they can be needing a time, doing lower time, doing early time. Then they call it John here, excuse me for calling in that. They look at there for time. The soup in the street that they don't want today, they can't even go. And those united project people that was supporting soup to be burning tires. Almost burning tires, beating people, children, killing their friends on campus. Today we see what happening to them. That God's punishment. If you are a sedition or real Liberians, go on the knee and ask God for forgiveness. Because if they were written in the Bible, when the Israelites want to went against God's will, God sent them to captivity. The Bible says that they die. They suffer, they die until they turn around to God to ask God for mercy. So the things that happen in our country, let me tell you, it's not meaty. It's not meaty. Liberians see against God. Kill their own children just for them to bring the government to power. And all the ones sent out to captivity. And we'll go through all these things. Those in the street, they get in the street, police will go there and kill them. Nothing will come out of them. They go killing their own people. So you call yourself physician, you call yourself that women ministers are doing it, and you know you support the government, go on the knee and pray for your country. The international community, before I can leave it, just give me 1 second. Yeah. The international community will not come to our aid. Let me tell you now. There's no way you can find somebody tell the person say, I'm coming out ready to grow. Who does that? So your mother will never say that, man. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, man, for your contribution. It's your contribution, and that's it. Hello, how you doing, Joe?
I'm Joseph. How are you?
Yeah, Joe. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I always monitor your podcast, but this is my second time calling. Thank you for the privilege. I really appreciate the podcast. You were really educated, mother. I want to say this to my fellow Liberian people who back home. If they are waiting for the American embassy to get a statement before they get in the street, like you said, it's going to be Judgment Day.
They really look forward to that.
The people don't care about Liberia, neither the Liberian people don't only care about what they can get from Liberia. You saw they came out with a statement concerning the HPX contract, right? It was the same contract they post-sanction on Samuel 12. You know why they came out with that statement? Because this corporate president will come back out waiting to dance with them, waiting to give them what they need. And this is not America. This is how America, what people don't get it. Once you can get America what they need, they don't care how you treat your people. These were so many things Liberia couldn't understand when we told them. The only reason the people were against we are because we are not giving into them. Like, I'm going to prioritize my country, I'm going to prioritize my people. Even if you punish me not to give me any resources, but what resources we get, that's what we're going to use to deal my country. They saw all these things like, oh, they may try to feel like you know this. Now you see they came out a lot of, let's compare that of Boyka, what Boyka is doing, the lot of lawyers that go like, You think the people ain't seeing all these things? They're seeing it. But they don't care because what Boga like, okay, I'm gonna work with anything you want, I'm gonna give it to you. One Boga giving what they want. They don't care. So if Labrador can stand up for themselves, you know, it's sad to see people see all these things. You complain against we are, you say, oh, the man of this and that. Like everything they accuse the man of doing. This is what exactly the government is doing. Everything they accuse them, you're sitting, you're saying this thing. What happened? You people used to come all against we are. What happened to all these things that are going on? It's sad to see these people that say like nothing happening. People just be complacent like all the hardship prices going on. Okay. All these things going on, seeing the people just quiet. And then you want to get mad with all the other lawmakers. No, like you said, they done their best. The student, I think if I have mistake, almost says, but the student for the rule of law. Who happy there? They have family. They put and left all the land. Some of them did not even get paid. But you're sitting there, you're seeing all the law that's not going on. You're sitting there. Look at Burkina Faso, like the brother, the previous caller that just called instead. Look at what happened in Burkina Faso. That's the same thing they try to do to make the citizen go against the president because the man is putting the citizen. That's how America always work. They always manipulate the citizen against that president, like that video he played. That's exactly America getting what thing on the internet is all over the place. Like they getting to expose America, getting to expose the Western world to tell them how to invade country. Look at Libya. Look at Libya today. How when will Liberia learn sense? Yeah, America get a lot of help, I agree. But they're not in our interest, only in the interest of what they get from the country.
Thank you so much.
I dare you, if Boyka start refusing giving them what they want to tell you, the same thing they do, we are do the Boyka. Who they say Boyka don't know?
Okay. Thank you, Joseph. We appreciate that. Let me get to Pascal. Hey, boy, quick. And I boy, go what's up? How's everything? Pascal, let me hear from you quickly. Then I get to your brother and boy. Hello, how you doing? Hello, let's hear from you. Oh, sorry. And nice, my boy. Boy, quick, what's up? How's everything with you? You're great. You're waking up now. Oh,
hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear from you, please. Okay, so sorry about that. And we'll certainly get there. And no matter what it is, we are getting there. We are all getting there. We are all getting there. I love you, people. Hey, you want to call me say that? Okay. Look at Joseph Walker, who will determine who you want, who you don't want, where. He put you out of job. He determine who should wear your government, who should get a power farm. Don't sit down there, you're for your Jesus. You're lying there for being able to do your that. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Let's listen to you.
Hello?
Bossman, can you please go ahead? We're listening. Okay, so sorry about that, Pascal. And let me try to hello. I will say that there. You better take your Jordan from your wife and children there. I know your wife and children there, your sister there. You're sitting that there. But I had to the country a power farm. They say that you determine who you want to wear, who should wear here, who shouldn't wear here. Now your farm? I beg you, yeah. And what are you doing?
How you doing? This is George Everett.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Everett. Yeah.
Okay, I'm calling from Seattle. I'll say this: the citizens need a game plan, and the game plan is block every legislature, wherever they live, representative, senator, wherever they're coming from the town. The citizens within the community just block them from going to town, because if they can't leave their homes, they don't have that amount of security to even do whatever to do to the citizens. Okay. Block all of them. Let them not go to capital. And then let everybody sit down until the problem is solved. That's my own game plan, I'm telling you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much from Seattle. And everybody get it. Yeah, we all have great people. For all kinds of things. I have a problem there. And what are you doing? Go ahead. Let's listen to you.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's listen to you.
Okay. Thank you. This is Pastor David.
Pascal, you gotta increase your volume. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
Yeah, okay.
So so there are two things happening here. Like all of us were anticipating the Supreme Court ruling. Now it has happened. It doesn't mean that we're watching. No, I mean the planes are everywhere. Some of the corners that we pass in, we understand that most of the people are on the top of the law. Now basically for nothing. So I mean, maybe what all the lawmakers can be serving the 2 all of us understand that Kofa is the speaker. So we're living with that. And so we won't allow Mr. Blacker to have growth. But again, I don't know. We have to be more careful because this thing is demonic. It may not be normal. I mean, just like we're building roads, we're bringing light, we're paying fees. There are people protesting against just we are. This time, nothing is happening. The president is breaking the laws of the country. And people are silent. We need to think as to whether is it normal, right? So the old man is demonic. So and the government is deeply demonic. So we need to look at it from that perspective as well. But I just say to you, Ebi, look, if you think that we are waiting in a line to see the old man destroy us, it's false. We are gearing up. We will soon remind it. I can say this to you. We'll very soon go to decision number 4. The guys are creeping up. Even people who did not agree with us, all this 1 year, they will start in the fight. So just give us from this, and you will know exactly who owns this country.
I trust you. You guys are the guys in the community. So I trust you guys when you say that. All right, so let's get on to the next caller. Hello, how you doing? Hey, guys,
yeah, good evening, Abi.
Yeah, how you doing?
Abi, my name is Ishmael Kamara, and I call you from Painesville.
Yeah, Ishmael.
So, Abi, I actually missed the onset of your show, but you had the issue on the ground. You know, this country is proceeding wrongly, and we have to be careful. The experienced president is actually trying to tell us that he had 2 speakers, and whoever that will come with the quorum, he's going to work with them. Which, of course, the Supreme Court ruling did not say that. To date, in my present, I in the rehab community, I saw the legitimate speaker going to the house. And I told somebody, I said, well, I see you, the speaker, you are going to the president's house. Please, we don't want any compromise. And which of course, I know that the speaker will not compromise the rule of law. And so, and I also told somebody, I said, but then, Mr. President, the speaker is coming to your house. We hope that you will be able to say something sound to the speaker. Because we don't want the Supreme Court ruling to be compromised as well. But it's unfortunate that our country is actually dragging gradually into a kind of environment where we cannot be able to tell the children anything sound. Because at this point, I always ask myself, what the students, the school-going kids, why are they going to be copying from we that are already reached 40 years? What example are the grade 2 students going to be able to say, okay, we are learning from people who are in the elderly ages? But then, this government is a government where they have much more old-age people, and they claim to be more sophisticated, they claim to be more educated. So I thought that they are going to be teaching the younger kids something better. Okay. But on the contrary, they are teaching the wrong example.
All right, thank you, Ishmael. Let's just hope that all the actions you guys are planning are very proactive and into motion. Hello, how you doing? While we're doing the commentaries, and we are getting there, and we've got Rich Boy. And so let me see whether we can get on to the next line. We have limited time now, and we're supposed to be going. And somebody said, man, K. Rogers said, if this is not normal, something is going on. Why constantly they go on? So how you think Joseph Bogana able to sit down my hey? You don't think that look, there's no spiritual thing about it here. Why I say that Joseph Bogana Papa now able to sit down my hey to really stop me from talking or whatever it is? I've been talking the way I've been talking, and I still talking. In fact, every day I just see the fire going up. What did Joseph Bogana? I beg you, hello, how you doing? Hello, hey, this person is off again, Rich Bob. You can call back if you can, but we are getting there, and with God, all things are possible. We're ready to destroy things here, and whether you like it or not, we'll get there. I always told you people, star 799 start, and so forth here and there. We imagine that the guys have got my stuff. Okay, I've done a couple of draws. At least you got your stuff already because the one is instant. I don't need to even call you. You got your money. So don't forget, call this number for more information on the scratch. And when that one part is in your own hands, you can just buy your own scratch card, you scratch it, whatever you get there is yours. And that's why it is. So we are getting there, and with God, all things are possible. All right. So folks, That's all the time we've got tonight. I don't know how much time I wanted to play my jingles and stuff, but they're not here on the machine. So thanks so much to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, God willing, brace yourself. This is about your country. And I want to pass by to tell you that you can't blame it on these lawmakers. No, you can't blame it on them. They have tried their best to hold on, but nobody is backing them. And they are only backing what have come from you. Now the Supreme Court has given you reason to back them. Here you are. So let's watch out. Like Pascal said, they are in the communities, they are mobilizing. Yes, let them mobilize. And let this be something that will call Joseph Walker and his team to order. Our country is for us. It's not for them. They can determine who will work in government, who should say what in government. Because as it stands now, Joseph Walker and Pone, whoever should talk what they want to talk, they got to determine. You know, the Unity Party people can talk about political issue now in government while they are working in government. No opposition can talk about you, try to fire you because of their government. What kind of foolishness is that? And you're sitting there, you want to allow that? Those are all the constitutional breaches that we talk about. It's not about fanatic, it's just a part of everything. You say, look, we need sanctity in government, we need equal political protection, everything else we need it back in our country, that's democracy. That's all you're going to be calling for. That all the things you're going to be calling. That fanatic issue here, that respect rule of law. No, that respect rule of law, but that the different things that you're going to put all inside. Those of you that they dismiss because they think that you're not part of their party here, and there is unconstitutional as well. You can fire them. That's why it is. We are certainly getting there. Thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.